Hi there. So today I wanted to do another panning update, and this time it's on my single eyeshadows. I have 6 of them, and actually last year I had only 4, so I've actually gone up a few in this category. But I do have to say that I have been I've been rotating through my single eyeshadows, so every single one of them has gotten use in the past couple months, at least like 1 or 2 times. Most of them I used for about a week or 2 straight. So every single one has like seen some love, and I don't feel like anything's in my collection right now that I'm not using. And that was one of the goals of panning in the first place, was that I had so much makeup that I couldn't get to some of it, and I was having makeup that I was owning and that was expiring. And that was my main problem. So on the one hand, I've done badly, but on the other hand, I've done very well. So anyway, I'm gonna give you like a nice swatch and a little review of all the eyeshadows I have. Because I've gotten such good use out of them, I feel like I actually do have a good opinion of them. First one I'm gonna talk about is probably my favorite one of them, just because it's such a fun and beautiful color. And that's this one. It's the shade Coconut by Colourpop. And it's actually very new to my collection. When the Disney Princesses line came out, I bought a Super Shock shadow from that collection, and that was my first Super Shock shadow, but I actually ended up hating it. Like, it creased so badly on my lids, and you could barely see the color. It was the So This Is Love. That's the name of the color. And I was so disappointed with it, I put a review on the Colourpop website, and they were so good that they said that they would send me another color to try. And I'm so glad they did, because this one doesn't crease at all, and it's the most beautiful color. It's like a beautiful metallic blue. Actually, I can show you this now. I do have to say one thing. It's that I dropped this once. It dropped from a shelf onto the floor, and it completely shattered. Can you see? Well, you'll see when I open it. So I have to be very careful now. See, it completely shattered. And I know you can actually just press these back together. But here's the color. It's this metallic blue that does build up to be totally opaque. Here. See how reflective it is? It's such a beautiful color. And it doesn't crease at all. It lasts all day. I do use CoverGirl Lid Lockup Primer underneath it, but I did try it without the primer, and it did fade, but it didn't crease. So I do recommend using a primer with these. Someone actually gave me a primer. I was really against buying a primer for the longest time, because most of my other eyeshadows worked fine without a primer. But unfortunately, these Super Shock shadows for me, they don't work without a primer. So if you were someone who was like me, who was like, I don't want a primer in my collection, I hate primers, I don't want an extra step in my makeup routine, these actually might not be for you. But this one I do only wear, I suppose, on special occasions, but I find myself making occasions to wear this because I like it so much. The next eyeshadow I have 2 colors of. This is the L'Oreal 24-hour Infallible eyeshadow. And so the front looks like this, and then they look like this in the back, where you can see the color. So this one, the Copper Rose Gold, is called Amber Rush, and then this one is called Silver Sky. And this one in Silver Sky, I love pairing with this blue. I think they look so beautiful together. I have a couple looks using these 2 eyeshadows on my Instagram. So check it out, please. So the one in Amber Rush is actually my oldest eyeshadow. I've owned it for 4 to 5 years. I've owned it way longer than anyone should actually own an eyeshadow. But these, they're like pigments. So inside, there's like a little stopper. And then under the stopper is the color. And these are so metallic and so beautiful. Let me swatch this one. So this one, because it's old, it's gotten really crumbly, but it still applies and stays on beautifully. So there's the color. It's such a beautiful, like copper rose gold. I actually used to wear this color to interviews when I was applying for jobs, because I find that this color makes my eyes so awake, and it just makes me look like, so even if it was a really early day or a really early interview, like I would look so awake. But because this is my oldest eyeshadow, I was trying to pan it last year, and these are just so hard to pan because they have so much pigment in them, and it really doesn't take much every day. So you're just doing like a little bit every day. And I used this for 3 months straight, I think, and I was still nowhere near panning it. And I was just feeling bad for the rest of my eyeshadows being so neglected. So I ended up stopping panning this, but I might continue it again. But realistically, if you wanted to pan one of these Infallible eyeshadows, it's probably going to take most of a year wearing it every single day to pan it, because there's so much pigment in here. So they are actually expensive, eh? They're like $10 to $11 at the drugstore, at Shoppers or like Loblaws or something. But I mean, you really get your money's worth out of them because they're gorgeous. And if you only ever wanted one eyeshadow, I would recommend one of these eyeshadows because they're beautiful. This is the other color that I have, Silver Sky, and this was given as a present for Christmas. I think my friend Googled what's a good eyeshadow, and these came up, and so I'm glad she didn't buy me the same color I already had. But yeah, like I said, I like wearing this with the blue, and I've been wearing it a lot by itself as well lately. This is the inside. It's really, this one is a lot smoother because it's not so old. And this is the color. So it's actually a lot more sheer than the other one. So I build it up over a primer, but if I wanted to wear it by itself, which I did for I think a week and a half straight, I wore this by itself. But if you wanted to wear it on top of another eyeshadow, it would work as well because it's like a little bit more sheer, but also very shiny, very metallic, very silver. So if that's what you're looking for, this is a great one. Next two, I also have two of the same eyeshadow, and these are the Look at My Eyes jewels from Etude House. I got these in Korea on my last trip. I actually bought this one, which is called Beautiful. It's a gold glitter, and my friend bought this one, which was called Cupid, and it's a pink with gold glitter. And these made her eyes itchy. Like something in the formula made her eyes itchy, and so she gave me this one as well. So I ended up with two of them when I was really trying to reduce my collection. So I wasn't super happy about it, but actually, like, I wear this a lot, so it's for the best that that I got it, and I get good use out of it. So let me swatch this one first, Cupid. So it's like a pink, you can see, it's like pink with gold glitter, and it's beautiful. And I put this on my eyes on my Instagram, and someone said it looked like a color called Frosé from like either Tarte, I think it was Tarte. It looks like a color called Frosé from Tarte. But this is obviously, I think, much cheaper. These were about $5 in Korea. And you can see actually, this one has a really deep dip. Can you see that? Like, I wore this one for almost a month straight, so they do last long. They last all day without a primer, without nothing. These are the ones I really grab for if I just want to be like swipe and go, because they're gonna last. And I went to Vietnam and Cambodia with this one, the gold one, because like I said, these are the best. Like, they're easy, they're travel friendly, they're not going to shatter, they're not going to have any problems, and they look beautiful on their own. So this one is just a gold. So this one is a pure gold glitter. There's really no nothing underneath. Maybe a little bit of beige, but really it's just gold glitter. So I find this one you can even put on your cheeks, you can put it on your body. If you like rub it out, it becomes very glittery. You probably can't see too well, but it looks beautiful just wherever you want to put it, especially if you're very tan. You can put it on your shoulders, put it on your chest, go to the club. Very versatile gold glitter. So I'm really happy I have these in my collection because they are some of my most used eyeshadows. This is my last one, and it's brand new to my collection. It's the Shine Fix Eyes from Aritom, which is also a Korean brand, and it's in the color Vampire Kiss, which is a really cool name. But at this point, I'm not super sure. Like, I'm not super sold on this eyeshadow. I'm not sure if I'm going to end up keeping it. But let me show you it anyway. It's like a reddish bronze with bronze glitter. So maybe like a reddish pink with bronze glitter describes it best. And I wore this on top of a primer, just like built it up on top of a primer, and it was very bold, like bolder than I thought it was going to be. So it's actually very, very pigmented, which is not like these ones at all. So here's the color. So as you can see, it's a lot more pigmented. So it's not as easy to get a more natural look. My friend is more like dark skinned, and on her, she can get a natural look with this. But for me, it's very, very bold. So here's the color. It's very nice. Like, I love the color. It's just red eyeshadow doesn't really work too well with my skin tone. It tends to make me look very red. Especially, I guess I didn't really help because I wore it with a red lipstick as well, because I was going for that kind of vampire kiss. Like, I was really trying to go for that look, and I just found it made me look very pink, like all over, and it just wasn't a very good look for me. So I'm not totally sold. I might try like blending this out and making it more sheer, but I really think I might just pass it along to someone who would like genuinely love this product. So those are my eyeshadows. If you can see, these are way more metallic, and then these ones are glitter. So I've got about 3 metallic and 3 glitter. And I hope by the next time I do a video on my single eyeshadows, I'll have less. I feel like the best number for me is maybe 2. I'd like to have 2 single eyeshadows and maybe 1 small palette, and that would be perfect for me because I don't even wear eyeshadow every single day. Like today I'm only wearing eyeliner. I'm actually wearing a liquid lipstick as eyeliner, but I'm not even wearing eyeshadow. So it's really, if there was any product in my makeup routine where I could reduce, like, it would be the eyeshadow. So I really think I only need 1 or 2. So yeah, thanks for watching my panning update. I'd love to see like what your collection looks like and what you're trying to get rid of. Please follow or subscribe. And have a great day.